Hi all, and welcome back to another episode of WolfQuest Anniversary Edition, Gnat's Journey, with Gnat, Stickbug, and their 4 growing pups. On the last episode, we kind of got a new peek at the pups' new coats. They are looking a lot more like their adult coats. We also started the Growing Pups quest, which means that our pups are always hungry right now, and we are going to need to head right back out and feed them again. Coyote Creek is stealing our territory over there. We're not going to fight them at this time. It's just not worth losing the health, in my opinion. That does mean our territory is getting a bit smaller, but we should be able to still find food. And if we need to expand again, we can kind of steal one of their lower marked territory hexes without too much trouble. So I'm going to let Moth and Lacewing eat. And actually, I might sleep again because I'd rather have more wakefulness than less if we're going to go after another elk, which we probably are. It's raining. Do we have any more food to give them? We do not, so that's all that Lacewing is getting for now. Unfortunate. Everybody else, though, is fully fed. We are going to get some sleep. Stickbug, it is not the time for playing, it is the time for sleeping. Oh, goodness. There was a big, sudden sound of thunder. Okay, so as we can see, the grass has changed color. It is now fall. As we can also see, Lacewing is quite low on food, so we are going to need to send them into the grass and go and get more food. Oh, for a second I thought I saw a predator indication, but it was just this plant. Okay, so we've got faint scent of the elderberry herd again, and as well as the heather herd. We are going to see if we can't chase one of those down. It would be very good to get a cow elk at this point. We'd have to chase them for a while, but thankfully we do have more wakefulness. There's still the small problem of pack affinity, but I am concerned right now about getting enough food for the pups, so we're going to go after an adult cow elk if we can help it. Alright, we're finally picking up the scent of the calves, which means we are getting close. I think I am going to want to drive them back toward the rendezvous site, as we are pretty close to the geode pack territory right now, and that's not good. Okay. Oh my goodness! There's the herd, right on the edge of a cliff. That's interesting. Okay, we can see that the calves have gotten a little larger. And the herd seems to be split in two. That's kind of weird. Okay, that cliff wasn't as big as I thought it was, but still, you could definitely get hurt accidentally falling over here. Or you could just slide. You could just slide and slide and slide. Nat, we don't have time for hill skating. We kind of need to get some food for the pups. Okay. We'll see if we can get the top ones to flee. Because I don't really want to mess with that hill. Okay, we're also going to howl to boost our stamina. That is something we can do in single player now. We can now rally. That will also boost this territory as a pleasant side effect of that. Okay, the elk don't seem to want to run yet. Well, I don't want to fall off a cliff, and I don't want to get trampled by them, but maybe if we growl and stuff, we can get them to run. Please, 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 please run. Please run. The pack affinity is already down to like half of where it needs to be before the pups will start coming out of the grass. So, oh, I'm stuck in a crack. Oh no. Oh, okay, I'm not actually stuck. Wonderful. Well, if we can't get them to run by growling, then maybe we need to get them to run by biting. There we go. Those ones are confused. Can you please get off the rock? Please, please get off the rock. This is the worst place for a elk herd to spawn, I swear, because they just don't know where to go. Their pathfinding gets confused, they start doubling back on themselves, you can get trampled so much more easily. Please get out of here. Go. Go, 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 go. Okay. Now, they're not going the direction we want them to go, or really any direction at all. We really need them to start, like, properly running so we can tire them out and take down, hopefully, a cow elk. But wow. Wow, are they just kind of confused. I understand there's a rock. Please keep running. I know the rock is confusing. Oh my gosh. Really, really cannot afford to get trampled, so this is really not ideal. Maybe they'll find running the other way easier. Oh no, 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 they are not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Wow, that's annoying. Okay, are they finally leaving this section? Or are they just going to double back and try to trample us again? They're going to double back and try to trample us again. This is... wow. Never have I met a more uncooperative elk herd. Really, truly, they are just kind of hanging out here. I mean, I guess this will probably tire them out as well, but it's a lot more dangerous. That elk calf is pretty hurt, and it might actually give us more food now that it's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I'm afraid. Okay. Oh, no. We need food. Pups need food. Can't abandon the hunt, but wow, is this really bad? You know, I'm almost glad to have these ones on the rock again. At least it's better than where they were. Okay, we've finally taken one down. Hopefully this has enough food for both of us. It does seem like they give a lot more food now than they used to. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, but it feels that way to me. So thankfully now that the elk calves are larger, they are giving us a lot more food and they are a lot more viable as prey. Going to mark this carcass even though... oh, it's not that far from the rendezvous site because our territory isn't that large. Okay. Stickbug's full, I'm full, and as you can see, Lacewing is starting to lose health from being low on hunger. Yeah, that happens really, really quickly this time of year, so definitely want to get back as quickly as we can, and hopefully there will still be food on that carcass tomorrow because we need it. We need it, and we can't afford to hunt like this every day, or our pups are just going to keep losing health. Okay, we are back at the rendezvous site. We are going to drop this for the pups and feed Lacewing right away, so she hopefully doesn't lose any more health. Thankfully, we should be able to revisit that carcass tomorrow and not have to hunt again, but other things are suffering. Our territory is suffering. Obviously, Coyote Creek and really everyone is kind of pressing in on our territory, and there's not a whole lot we could do about that. Can't really afford to fight them. Gnat, she's just not really going to win in a fight against a rival wolf pack. And even if she did win, it would come at too great a cost. So thankfully, once Lacewing is full, she should start to heal again. So that should be one good thing at least. Hopefully her health will regenerate before tomorrow, and then if she does lose more health... Weevil, did you catch something? You did! Looks like you caught a ground squirrel. Good job, buddy. He is taking it somewhere. Are you gonna eat it? You're just gonna shake it and walk away from the rendezvous site. Okay. Now we should be able to send them into the grass again. Where are the coyotes? Alright, can they like not take a hint? We're not gonna let you get our pups. Get out of here. Does look like we scared them off though. Okay. Honestly, that wasn't as bad as the previous ones. Alright, we're gonna get some rest, and in the morning, more food for the pups! This entire time is just food for the pups. I wonder... I'm sure Nat remembers this time from when she was a pup, and I bet that she was really hungry all the time. I'm honestly surprised she made it through this time. And on top of everything, Lacewing is sick. Well, that's not good. But yeah. Yeah, I think Nat definitely remembers this time when she was a pup, remembers how hard it was and how she was always hungry. She's trying to keep that from happening to her pups, but no matter how hard she tries, no matter how much food she brings back, they're still always hungry, and now Lacewing is sick. And she kind of wonders if it's because she didn't get food back fast enough. Lacewing was taking some damage the previous day from illness, and now she's pretty sick. Unfortunately, that is really all the food she has to give to them. So Stickbug has a little bit more food, but we're going to have to go to that carcass and hope that there is still food on it and that there is not a predator on it so that we can get more food for the pups. Lacewing is going to need it. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the end of the quest, but maybe not close enough for Lacewing. Moth, can you let your sister eat? She's sick. No, unfortunately this is going to be the way of things. All of the pups are hungry, and if one of them's not fast enough to get to the food, they might just not get food. So I would like to stay with Lacewing, but unfortunately we just can't afford to. We need to go get more food. Okay, thankfully nothing is on the carcass, so we are able to get some more food. Stickbug can also get some more food. Good, good, good. Let's see how much this lasts. Like, will we be able to get another meat chunk, or... Does look that way. Okay. But there's not really going to be food on it for tomorrow, so gonna have to hunt again then. But for now, we're going to get back to the grass and we're going to spend some time with Lacewing. Kind of interesting how Gnat managed to avoid sickness all this time, and then when she's almost at the end of the growing pups quest, suddenly sickness strikes. Well, we have to hope that Lacewing can get better. Okay, we are back at the rendezvous site with food for the pups. Lacewing is going to be pretty slow coming out of the grass as she's not feeling well, but hopefully she's still well enough to eat. She hasn't gotten low enough that she's losing food or losing health from starvation as well as sickness, but yeah, that would be extra bad. We really need to keep her fed above everybody to make sure that she has the best chance of recovery. The pups are about 50 pounds each now, so they are growing very quickly. And of course, again, we've got just a little bit of time left in the quest. Hard to say, though, if it's going to be enough. I wonder if Nat was ever sick like this. I can't imagine she was. I feel like sickness would have just kind of killed her if she actually had gotten sick like this. She's just kind of so weak as it is. But I'm sure she's seen some of her siblings get sick or possibly be taken by predators or possibly starve during this time of year. It's definitely hard, and it's definitely a situation in which I have not yet had a full litter survive in the saga. I've always lost at least one pup, and obviously Nat has already lost one pup, but definitely looking like she might lose another, and that's got to be hard, especially since she's had so much more time with Lacewing and kind of gotten to see her personality develop and see her start learning to hunt. It would be particularly cruel if she were to be snatched away at this time. We'll have to see. Okay, so we've done everything we can for Lacewing for now. Unfortunately, this means we need to attend to the other needs of our pack, which, I mean, technically includes marking territory, but instead we are just going to sleep. This is, territory is just going to keep decaying until the pups have finished trying to starve. I don't want that to continue. Okay, Weevil, please get in the grass. Yes, you've got a bone. I'm very proud. Go on. Okay, the difficult time is over and all of our pups have survived it. That's honestly not what I expected, thinking about playing as Gnat, but it does seem like they've all survived. So now we get to go through the Young Hunter's quest. Until new pups are born next year, your pack is nomadic, following the elk herds. Home is where the pack is. Now nearly 6 months old, your pups are nearly adult size, though they still lack mass and muscle, but they are strong enough to begin learning to hunt. So, additionally, months ahead are also when wolf packs are the most aggressive about expanding their territories and conflicts between packs are common. We also need to teach our pups the lay of the land. So we need to take them around our territory, showing them at least 10 border hexes. So we've got multiple goals here. We have to teach our pups to hunt. We have to, that's interesting. Yeah, teach our pups to hunt. Great. I'm trying to talk here, game, but thank you. Lacewing is healthy again. That does happen if your pup recovers, or if your pup is healthy enough when the Young Hunter's quest starts. I have seen a pup die of sickness after the Young Hunter's quest starts, but I don't think that it happens that often. So yeah, Lacewing is still a little bit hurt. We've visited this border hex. Yes, we've got multiple goals here is what I was saying. We have to get them to 80 pounds, we have to teach them to hunt, and we also have to show them 10 border hexes. So this is the first border hex. We're going to go down to the 27% hex. As you can see, the pups are now quite a bit larger, although they are not quite full grown. They are hunting this hare. Who will be the first to catch the hare? Will Weevil catch it? He did! Awesome. He is shaping up to be a pretty good hunter with that ground squirrel that he caught earlier, and then this hare now. So I think we're going to let him, he's going to eat that as a little reward to himself for his first successful hunt. It's not an ungulate, but it is prey. Okay, and we're going to head toward that hex. During this time of year, I am going to be trying to pay particular attention. Oh, hello, coyotes. You can't bother us now. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to pay particular attention to the pups' personalities and try to get a good feel for kind of who they are, so that if they disperse in the future, we will be able to kind of know whose story we want to follow. So as you saw, coyotes can no longer, or they're no longer going to directly attack our pups. They will still attack our pups if they are, you know, fighting over a carcass or something like that, but not like they would at the den or at the rendezvous site. So I'm gonna see if I can get Lacewing to eat this. She is a little bit weaker than her siblings. Nope, Weevil's gonna go after it. Okay. We will want to see if we can find something to hunt. So, definitely not moose. This is a fun time of year because your pups are learning to hunt, but it's also a dangerous time of year because ungulates can be very hazardous, especially to young pups. In particular, I had a save file where one of my pups was trying to help me hunt a bull elk, and then a moment later I did not have a pup. So it's definitely a situation in which you have to be careful. Even though the pups are bigger, even though they're sturdier, they are not quite as strong as adults, and they're definitely not immune to hooves. Weevil does seem like he's getting a good portion of the food, so that's interesting. He might be one of the more dominant pups. I was going to see if we could find, perhaps, instead of another hare, a mule deer. These are pronghorn. I don't think we're going to be able to catch one of those is the problem. And then if we did catch them and they got away, that'd be a huge waste of health. So I'm probably going to avoid going after pronghorns. Great. And of course we can still get trampled. Okay. I do see some mule deer down here, so that will be a good thing to kind of test our pups' hunting skills. It's not quite an elk, but it's prey, and it's an ungulate, and it's a good start. So, when we first start hunting, they're going to kind of hang back and be extra cautious, but as they watch us hunt more, they're going to get a little more bold, and they are going to start going after prey themselves. Okay, we've visited this border hex, this very, very weak border hex. We might actually have to expand our territory to get 10 border hexes. We'll have to see. For now, we are chasing this mule deer. Is this one of the does? That's a fawn. Looks like Stickbug is going after the doe, which is, I mean, probably better for the sake of our food, but as for whether we can actually take her down easily, probably not. Well, he's certainly going after her. And it doesn't seem to be that detrimental to him. Okay, well, we're still taking quite a bit of damage. As you can see, Moth is quick to follow, and she is biting the mule deer. As you can see, she's also taking a little bit of damage. The pups of the year, their HP will appear in red above their head, so that you can easily keep track of kind of how injured they're getting and call them back if you need to. In this case, I'm also going to try going after the fawn because a mule deer might not be enough to feed all of us. So if we go after both of them, we'll have a little bit more food. Okay. But we also don't want the mother to run away, so. Ow. Bruised jaw. Great. Okay, we're keeping them both in the same place. Fawn's getting weak, the mom's getting weak. Okay. This is a perfect time for our pups to kind of get some hunting experience, although the doe seems to be leaving, which I don't care for. Alright, so we've taken her down. Did we get the fawn? We did not quite get the fawn. Let's see if we can get our pups to kind of try out their hunting skills. Or Stickbug's just gonna kill it. Alright, Stickbug, you know they do have to learn for themselves. At least this gives us a good deal of food. Oof. Our border hexes are very, very, very weak. After we eat, we might want to go mark those. But of course, we're going to have to keep an eye out for stranger wolves, as if they attack us, we're pretty much going to have to run. Lacewing is already too weak to consider taking her into a fight, and Nat's not doing too well herself. Okay. During this time of year, the pups are also hungrier than adult wolves, so they will get hungry faster. They will need to eat more often. I'm going to have us rest for a little bit. Well, I said I was going to go do the hexes, but I'm going to have us rest instead. If the hexes are still there in the morning, we'll get them. If not, meh. Okay. There is a little bit of food left for the pups. There are coyotes, as I said, attacking us since we are at a carcass. But I think we'll be able to chase them away without too much trouble. Don't you dare go after my pups. Okay, there they go. Wonderful. Yeah, and the carcass has been completely consumed. Mule deer are really just not filling enough for an entire pack. Okay, but now Lacewing is feeling better. We can start going down and marking these hexes that are really, really weakened. That will also count as seeing the border hexes. Uh-oh. Okay, so we've got a territory, a hex invasion. So, somebody is trying to steal one of our hexes over this way. Now I know I said that Gnat doesn't really want to get involved in too many border skirmishes, but in this case I am going to go just to kind of demonstrate what a hex invasion looks like. We are going to try to make sure that our pups stay safe. If anything gets too hairy, we're going to back out. But for the time being, we're going to go this way. Okay, there they are. So we've got some geode wolves here, it seems. They don't seem too inclined to flee. Oh, no! Oh, okay, that's Stickbug. So this is one of their pups of the year. As you can see, if you go after the pups of the year, they're going to get really mad at you. Understandably. We don't want them going after our pups either. And we have to keep a close eye on our pups' health. I don't want any of them having anything bad happening to them. So I am going to actually, instead of just kind of attacking willy-nilly, we are going to keep an eye on our pups and try to keep them protected. It's a little bit hard to tell kind of everything that's going on, but we're gonna keep growling. Hey, leave him alone. Okay, how are our pups doing? So Weevil and Cricket are down a bit of health. These two are ganging up on Stickbug. Okay, no, he is just going after Moth. I will keep attacking him. Okay, how are our pups looking? Weevil and Cricket are pretty low. We don't want anything to happen to them, so we gotta be careful. Hey. No, he's really just focusing on Cricket. Weevil is also pretty weak. Okay, Weevil, can you stop attacking somebody and taking more damage? Alright, this is getting too dicey. We need to run away. I don't have any stamina. Can we run away? What is happening? Okay, so we lost the territory fight, but we're still alive. So that is what a territory fight looks like, and that's how quickly it can kind of go bad. Weevil is really, really low, and Cricket and Moth aren't doing well either. So that's just something that we're going to have to deal with, is that sometimes we're going to lose a territory fight, and that's going to be... we're just going to lose that territory. We can't really necessarily stand up to the other packs. Not on accurate, and not with Gnat as weak as she is. So now we're in Geode Pack territory. We need to get out of here. And yes, they are still attacking our Hex. I'm aware. We're not going back there. We're not putting our pups in that danger. So we are going to come and mark this, and then we're just going to kind of have everybody get some sleep. So hopefully we can get a little bit of health back. That was scary, and I did not like it. Okay, where is this scent post? Gonna have Nat drink some water as well. That has got to sting. I mean, she really kind of gave it her all and still wasn't able to secure that territory, wasn't able to keep it. It just seems kind of like the other packs are able to just push her around and she can't really do anything about it. She wasn't able to do anything when her pups were smaller and hungry, and she's not able to do anything now. But she's grateful that at least no one died. Okay, yeah. Definitely want Weevil to have that food. And there's our scent post. So we're going to mark this. We are going to get some rest. Okay, everyone's healed up for the most part. Weevil, Moth, and Cricket still have a little bit of damage taken. So we are going to have to be extra careful with them as we continue on. I did think that I saw some elk scent around here, and an elk would be wonderful to catch. These are pronghorn. We don't want anything to do with those. Though, now that we've kind of, the Geode Pack has taken a lot more of the territory that we had down there, and we can't really take it back right at this moment. So, let's see if we can't follow the white bark herd and find that herd and some food to eat. Because our pups are starting to get a bit hungry, as happens every time we sleep, really. Okay, let's see if we can't pick up that elk scent again. There we go. It does seem like it might be pretty far away, and it also seems like there might be some dispersals hunting it, and I really don't want to get in another fight right now. Male dispersals from Cottonwood Creek. Huh. It looks like barley dispersed. Also, we did find all of these geode, or we met all of these geode wolves. We still haven't seen the pack leader, bizarrely enough. I might give them names if I see them individually again, but I don't think that Nat was really able to identify any of them by anything other than just like brief flashes at the corners of her eyes as she tried desperately to keep an eye on each of her pups and make sure that they weren't killed. So... okay, it does appear that we're getting close to this elk herd. There they are. Okay, if we could drive them, I was gonna say deeper into our territory, but our territory is a little bit non-existent. So, I was aware this was a possibility, and it's just kind of one of those situations where, yeah, we really don't have much territory, because we were trying to keep our pups fed and everything else. Okay. Rally achieved on that one. Maybe we can come over here and howl a little bit more and boost this one up. Make it a little harder and less tempting for the Geode Pack to steal it. Okay, now to hunt. Again, we're going to want to stay away from any of the exceptionally strong elk. I think that if we chase them long enough... oh, sorry. There is a little bit of a frame rate drop while my pups are hunting elk. So unfortunately there's not a lot I could do about that other than turn the graphics settings down. I might try doing that, but yeah, the Saga's a little bit too much for my laptop to handle when there's too many wolves. So hopefully it doesn't get too framey, and I might consider lowering the graphics in the future. Alright, so Weevil is kind of leading the pack. I mean, aside from Gnat, who is obviously literally leading the pack. I don't want them to get anywhere near that bull. That is not something that we want to deal with. Okay, we are going to chase them for a while, but at the same time, we're kind of chasing them directly into Coyote Creek territory, which is not good. So, maybe if we circle around, we can kind of get them to go back into our territory. That elk just fell. Didn't stay down very long. Okay, yeah, we're definitely headed toward Coyote Creek territory, and I don't like that. Yep, here we are in Coyote Creek territory. Yay! We need to get them out of here. Seem to have lost track of the elk herd entirely. There they are. Yeah, I'm gonna try to loop around, but there's a rock here, and that is very slow, so the odds of us really successfully herding them back into our territory, not too high. Oh, I say that and immediately we're back in our territory. For now. For now. This is no guarantee that we will be back in our territory for long. We're definitely going to have to go around and kind of do some sneaky marking, if possible. Oh, there is an elk calf that has fallen. The mother is coming back. But okay, yep, still pretty strong. Okay, so it's a careful balance of actually taking down the elk and making sure that our pups don't get too hurt. As you can see, all four of them actually have their tails tucked right now. I think this is a little bit scary. Like, they were really tiny pups a little bit ago, and their parents were bringing them all their food, and now it's like, oh my gosh, we're actually gonna have to hunt. We're gonna actually have to fight these elk, and they're actually bigger and stronger than we ever could have guessed. Okay, the pups didn't get much experience hunting that, I'm sure, but we can actually see if we go to the quest, we can see our lowest weight pup, we can see how many border hex we visited, we're good on that one, and our least experienced pup is currently Moth at 58%. So we're going to have to get them all to 100% before we can finish the Young Hunters quest. I've never not had them get to 100% by the time they get to 80 pounds, so I don't know how hard that goal will be. It might be a little bit harder with Nat and her pups, just because Nat is just so low in every stat, really. But we'll see. I want to keep the hexes that we do have and possibly claim some more if we can. Okay, I think everyone's eaten. No, Moth hasn't eaten. It's interesting. I mean, she really stood out at the beginning of the series for being kind of a wanderer and kind of a troublemaker. And now she's kind of, well, she's the least experienced of her siblings in hunting, and she's maybe the last to eat, so I wonder how deeply that experience of getting lost that time and her and Skipper both being lost and then being found, but Skipper dying shortly after to stranger wolves. I think that probably had a strong impact on her and maybe led her to be a bit less bold. We don't need to fight this Wolverine. We're just going to keep moving. Okay, so yeah, we have finished the territory tour part of the quest. We've gotten all the border hexes that we need, but our pups are still only in the 50-pound range and still don't have that much experience. So it's going to be a while before we actually finish the quest. And during that time, we're going to have to be a little extra careful with them. They're a little extra squishy as compared to adult pack mates. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's not really any weak Coyote Creek hexes that we can claim. We might be able to go down and claim some weak geode hexes. That'd be kind of interesting. Like, oh, you took some territory from us? We'll take some territory from you, but we're not going to fight about it because we'll die. We can also pick up the scent of dens now, as we are in the winter. it is the same time as the time we were originally looking for a den to have this litter of pups. So if we go over to a den now, we can add it to our list of known dens. Or maybe we already know this one. Huh, that's a little weird. I kind of expected for us to not recognize that den, but it seems like we currently do, so I don't know. Anyway, it's time for us to get some rest. Okay, our minor injury to our jaw healed. Now, oh, okay, we are being attacked in our territory now, so we have to defend against Cottonwood Creek, who are coming after our pups, and I don't appreciate that. Oh my goodness, they're just really dogpiling our pups. They don't seem... They've got 2 pups of their own. I don't want to go around biting where I don't need to bite, because Stem right now is going after Moth, and I need to have the stamina to pull them off of our pups, like in this case. It's actually gotten a little bit harder to latch on to any of these wolves, which is a little bit annoying. But we're doing okay. Stem, leave Moth alone. Okay, we don't have the stamina to fight, honestly. Now she's after Weevil. Get out of here. Some of our pups are pretty hurt. Like, Moth's down to 69%, Weevil's down to 68%. So... But we do seem like we're kind of starting to scare them off. Can we get her to run? If we attack her a little bit more? I think she is. Is she one of the pack leaders? Cottonwood Creek. No, she's just a yearling. Okay. Wow, she's very vicious for a yearling. And somebody's going after our pups again. Hey! This is a problem that I've been having, is that it's really hard to kind of latch on to other wolves, and it's really hard to switch between them, and there's just like a bunch of things that make it more difficult to protect your pups, which I really want to do. I do not want any of them to die. They're attacking us in our own territory now. Okay, I think they're starting to get scared. Leave Lacewing alone. Okay. Hey. In our own territory. They were that vicious in our own territory. What are we supposed to do if we're not even safe in our own territory? Like, Gnat very well could have gotten a major injury there, and all she was trying to do was defend herself and her pups. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a tough road ahead for her. And it does look like Moth got the most hurt out of any of them, so I'm glad that she got some extra food. We are going to go to that carcass and see if we can't scare off the wolverine that's probably sitting on it. Because we need food. Pups need food. Or they won't heal. Okay. Let's have one of our pups eat that. Stick bug, don't even think about it. Okay. I'm looking around, trying to see if there's any territory we could conceivably take. It looks like we might be able to go up and take some of the Coyote Creek territory. How are our pups doing on food? They're fine. Our mate is fine. We can eat the rest of this. Okay. I am going to go over and try to kind of steal some of their territory. If anything, if they show up and they even try to fight us, we're getting out of there. But in the meantime, I mean, we do need more territory. We can't hunt on a patch of land this small at this point. Interesting, Moth is still the lowest experience pup at 60% experience, and Weevil is the lowest weight pup at 60 pounds. Would have thought maybe Moth would get some more experience from being chomped on by the Cottonwood Creek pack, but I guess that's not how it works. Maybe they have to bite other wolves and not be bitten. Alright, we have finally found the elderberry herd, and we are right on the edge of our territory. I didn't mean to go into bouncy mode. Right on the edge of our territory, so we're going to want to drive them back the other direction. That having been said, oh, there they are. Okay. I saw their scents, and I was like, oh, they must be here, and then they were not. Okay. Maybe like southeast would be a good direction for them to go. Hopefully, with 6 wolves, we'll be able to kind of intimidate them into moving. Not just intimidate the frame rate into stopping. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly... I'm gonna turn off the dust particles and cloud quality, grass distance. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Doesn't seem to. I hate to. Oh no 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 no! You stay away from my pups. Yeah, I don't know that that helped a lot with the frame rate. I'll keep experimenting, see what I can figure out. Because after a couple of years, if we have even more pups, this might be a problem. I hope to someday get a more powerful computer, but that's not in the cards right this instant, so gotta deal with what we've got. This calf does seem to be falling behind a little bit. Yes, okay, it is on the weaker side. That's fortunate. That one literally fell. But not as weak as the other one. Okay. Nevertheless, this might be the one we're going after. Oh, Cricket got hit real bad. Okay, Cricket, back off. You can kind of tell your pups to back off of a hunt. As you can see, Cricket's kind of staying away from the hunt as much as he can now. You just woof at them and they'll do their best not to be in the middle of everything. But, okay. I think Moth got kicked instead of me. That's not good. I don't want that to happen. Cricket, please tell me you're staying away. Stay away. Doesn't help that the bull elk is right here. This simple hunt could turn into a tragedy really, really quickly. That's the calf we're going after. I have decided, and that's what we're gonna do. See if we can just... Okay. Need to kind of make sure that none of our pups get trampled. Okay. Yikes. That was a little bit scary. As you can see with just one kick, how much damage that cow elk did to Cricket. Imagine how much a bull elk will do. So, yeah. Okay, after everyone has eaten, which it looks like they have, I'm just going to have us rest, try to get as much health back on our pups as we can, and hopefully nothing will show up and immediately challenge us for this carcass because we need it. Oh, great. It's a wolverine. Moth, stop biting the wolverine. Okay, I need to put this down. And then maybe I can growl at the wolverine. Bleed it away while my pups eat. Maybe. Stick bugs, fighting the good fight. Cricket, did you not learn anything from yesterday? You already took a lot of damage, bud. Maybe he's also a little on the bolder side and more likely to kind of get himself right into the middle of conflict. Okay. With our powers combined, we have managed to drive off that wolverine, so that's good. But yeah, Cricket's still pretty low on health, as is Stickbug. We are not going to want to get into any fights. Let's go down, let's make sure that territory down at the bottom stays ours. And we can have a moment to just kind of like hang out with our pups too. Oh, Moth is doing the, which pose is that with the tail? T1 pose, very confident. Okay. Somebody's taking over our territory. Wonderful. We're gonna ignore that. I don't want my pups to die. Hi, Lacewing. There she is doing the T1 pose again. Interesting. And specifically to Weevil, I think. I wonder if they've got some kind of sibling rivalry going on. Hi, Cricket. You sure like to get right in the middle of dangerous things, don't you? Yeah. Okay, instead of going to challenge those Hex invaders, we are going to continue on down this side of the territory. I wonder if after that kind of scary situation, Gnat wouldn't want us to, or wouldn't want the pack to go after elk for a little while. Maybe we could go after some mule deer instead. But this appears to be a solo doe, so that's not going to be very helpful. I don't know. We're still pretty good on food. We don't necessarily need to hunt right now. Just food for thought. She's doing her best to be cautious, but there's really only so much she can do when the whole world seems to be out to get her. Not a lot she can do against the rival packs. Not a lot she can even necessarily do to keep her pups safe while they're hunting. She's honestly almost as not almost as vulnerable as they are, but certainly far more vulnerable than Stickbug or most of our wolves would be. She's definitely not getting taken down to 38% health with one kick of a cow elk, but yeah, hard to say where the Coyote Creek pack is right now. But I do think we might sneak in and try to take this territory hex while they're maybe away. Could be proven wrong and they could descend upon us suddenly, but you know, fingers crossed. Okay. And with that, and with possibly the Geode pack stealing our territory again, I think we are going to leave off for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you join us next time with Gnat, Stickbug, Weevil, Cricket, Moth, and Lacewing. See ya!